So this was a very dark moment in my life because it was nighttime. And this was around Halloween 2012.
Good year.
It was a very good year.
It was actually a really bad year for me.
Why?
Remember what I said last week about election and breakups?
Oh, okay.
Both of those things happened that year.
We're done. We don't need to talk anymore. Okay, so I'll continue on. So
Go.
I think it was Halloween actually. So it was Halloween. I went out trick or treating. I came back. We watched like Halloween Town or something. You know, something you normally do on Halloween. And then I go to bed. All of a sudden, around 3:30 in the morning, I hear like a crowd of people just outside our house. It sounds like a stadium. You know how there's like in a stadium you hear all these people just talking and it's just like murmurs everywhere, okay? That's what it sounded like. And so I look out the window and I see about 50 college students in our backyard. And this is in the middle of Rochester, Minnesota, probably the friendliest city in the United States. We're in the middle of just this neighborhood of all families. And there's just 300 total college students just out there. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see 7 police cars, 2 SWAT vans,
Busted.
and 2 SWAT vans. And then they had 3 canine units too come for this 300 because there were fights going on.
Oh, I thought they were showing up for the party.
No. So what I failed to mention was that there's in the front there was a huge fight. There was a circle of students, and in the middle was this huge fight going on between these 2 big black guys. And in the back is where the Mexicans were at, and they were having a fight too. And so this huge fight is going on, and all of a sudden these cop cars come, and everybody just scatters. They scatter everywhere. There's people hiding in my playground area. There's people hiding underneath our deck. There's people hiding in our neighbor's garage because people leave their garage open in Minnesota because it's a very safe neighborhood, apparently. So all these people are scattered everywhere, and I, in my naive little mind, think I need to help the police because there's too many for them to handle. And so I go out with my BB gun. And I'm like, I scream out. I swear a little because I am just, I need to make them, I need to let them know.
Enraged, man.
Yeah, I need to let them know that I am in charge now. I'm like Rick from The Walking Dead, okay? Nobody's going to mess with me.
Everybody get down.
And so I go outside and I'm like, if I see someone, I am going to shoot you. You are on our property. And
You have the right to do it.
I do, with my BB gun. And so I go outside, and there's literally hundreds of beer cans everywhere. Looks like a garbage pit. And I just start walking around with my gun. You know, I'm like, if I find you, you're done for. And so I walk around, and then I walk around the side of our house.
And the cops are just like,
Oh, the cops are busy trying to get everybody else. They're not.
oh, I thought they were afraid of you too.
No. They don't really notice me. I kind of keep to the shadows while screaming. But as I go around my house, sneaking around, you know, I feel like I'm in like a zombie movie where I'm just kind of sneaking around looking for my prey. And all of a sudden, there's a tree right there. And I look at the tree, and I smell some alcohol. And I think, okay, well, there's a lot of cans around me right now.
That tree's been drinking.
The tree's been drinking. So I go underneath the tree, and I look up. And it's pitch black, so I can't really see anything. But all of a sudden, I hear a cough coming from the tree. And so I get my phone out, I put my phone's flashlight up, and I look, and I see. And there's this huge, ginormous African-American man in the tree.
Whoa.
And he looks down at me, and I look up at him. I pull my gun up. I said, what the heck are you doing up there? And he's like, dude, don't tell the cops I'm here. Don't draw attention over here, man. I can't go back to jail. And I'm like, you get down now or else I will shoot you. And so he starts coming down a little bit. He's like, dude, I can't do this. I can't go back to jail. You know, if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna have to take you out. And I'm like, you try to take me out, mother lover. Okay? And so he comes down. All of a sudden, as he comes down, he starts lunging towards me, and I shoot him. I shoot him with the BB gun.
No.
Yes, I shoot him, and I hit him in the eye.
Whoa.
Yeah! And he goes down, and he's screaming and rolling and everything. Then all of a sudden, the cops come, and they see me with the gun. And they're like, one of them like knocks me down, like runs and knocks me down because he thinks I'm a threat. And then he sees the other guy too, and the other cop handcuffs the other guy. And I'm like, dude, I was just protecting my family. He's like, I understand. And then all of a sudden, all the people that were hiding underneath my deck, there's like 50 of them, and they just start booking it out. And they start running down the street, and the cops start chasing them. I start chasing them, and a lot of them got away.
Dallas PD, man. Is that it?
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
And so during this whole time, my parents are still inside sleeping. They're sleeping.
Still, after all this.
And so eventually I walk back home with my gun over my shoulder, saying I've done a good thing today. And I walk into my house, and I go to sleep. And then my parents wake up probably an hour later because the police are knocking on the doors trying to see if anybody's seen anything. And they're like, they walk down, they're like, what's happening? And they're like, well, we're just looking because there's a huge party, huge fights going on here. I'm seeing if you've seen anybody. And they're like, no, we haven't. And they're like, oh, well, do you guys have a son? And they're like, yeah, we do. And they're like, well, tell him that we're grateful for him because he helped catch one of the most wanted Crip gang members in Rochester, Minnesota.
What?
The guy I shot in the eye.
You told me that it was the most family-friendly city on earth.
It is, but there's still gangs.
But I'm not gonna hang out with the most wanted Crip.
You don't need to anymore because he's gone. He's a Crip.
No, dude.
Or Blood, whichever one they are. Nobody messes with me in my BB